You've probably heard the word FinTech before, maybe from a friend, on a podcast, or in a job advertisement that sounded exciting, but also kind of intimidating. But what does it actually mean, and how do you get into the FinTech space, especially if you don't have experience in finance or tech? In this video, I'm going to break down what FinTech really is, why is it such a powerful industry in South Africa right now, and how can you start positioning yourself to build a career in FinTech, even if you are starting from scratch. If you are watching this video and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If this kind of content speaks to you, chances are it will also speak to someone else who needs this information. And subscribing helps more people find it. Let's get right into it. All right, let us start with the basics. FinTech simply stands for financial technology. It is all about using technology to make financial services better, faster, easier, and more accessible. Think about things like mobile banking, things like Discovery Bank or Time Bank, or when you tap your card with SnapScan or paying using Zapper at a market. That is FinTech. Even those investment apps like Easy Equities or platforms like PayFast, Yoko, and Luno, all of that falls under FinTech. What is crazy is that a lot of these tools are solving real problems for real people in South Africa. People who maybe don't trust traditional banks, or who live in areas where it's hard to open a bank account, or who want more control over how they spend and grow their money. So, this is not just a buzzword. FinTech is a space where real change is happening. And the industry is growing fast, which means opportunities are also growing. Now, you might be wondering, why is FinTech such a big deal here in South Africa? Well, for starters, in South Africa, we have a huge informal economy. A lot of people run side hustles, small businesses, and need faster, cheaper ways to send, receive, and manage money. Plus, we are a mobile-first country. Most people are using their phones to do everything from buying airtime to sending money home and family. And that makes South Africa one of the best environments for FinTech to thrive. That is why you are seeing more startups popping up, more innovation, and more job openings in this space. Unlike traditional finance, which requires years of experience or expensive degrees, FinTech is different. It is fast, it is flexible, and it is open to people who are curious, who learn quickly, and who are willing to solve problems using both tech and creativity. One thing I really want you to hear is this: you don't need to be a software developer to break into FinTech. Yes, there are technical roles, things like app development, data analysis, cybersecurity, and so on. But there are also many non-technical roles that are just as important. You could work in customer support, where you help users navigate a product. Or maybe you are good with numbers and can assist with compliance and financial reporting. You could even work in marketing, social media, or product research. And if you are interested in problem solving and systems, roles like product management or operations might suit you. What I love about this space is that there is room for people with different strengths. You just need to figure out what yours are and then position yourself to start learning the industry. So let us talk about getting started. You don't need a fancy qualifications to begin. You just need exposure. You need to understand how FinTech works and where you could fit in. Start by getting curious. Watch videos that explain how payment systems work. Read blog posts or news articles about how digital banks are changing the game in South Africa. Follow FinTech companies on LinkedIn. Companies like Yoko, Luno, Easy Equities, or Mukuru. then go a step further and start learning. There are free and affordable courses out there that teach you how the fintech industry works. You could look into things like digital payments, intro to blockchain, or financial inclusion. And once you start learning the language, the terms, the tools, suddenly it does not feel so out of reach anymore. You are not standing on the outside looking in. You are starting to speak the language. Now, let me be real with you. Most people wait for permission to start. They think, once I get hired, I will learn. Or when someone gives me a chance, I will prove myself. But what if I told you that you could start building experience today? You could analyze a banking app and post your review on LinkedIn. You could sketch out a product idea using free tools online. You could reach out to someone in the industry and ask them questions. You could write a short post about why you think digital banking is changing township economies. That may not feel like experience, but trust me, it is. Because what it shows is that you are thinking, learning, and actively interested in the space. And when someone finally reads your CV or checks your profile, they are going to see more than just a degree. They are going to see a mindset. In a space like FinTech, people are not looking for perfect. They are looking for potential. They are hiring people who show up, who are curious, who ask good questions, and who are willing to build. So don't disqualify yourself because you did not study computer science. Don't sit on the sidelines because you feel like you are too late or not technical enough. The truth is, the fintech world in South Africa is still young. There is so much space for problem solvers, creators, and go-getters to enter and grow, but only if you show up. So, if you are watching this and you are thinking, maybe this is something I could actually do, let me tell you, yes, you absolutely can. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need a title. You just need to be willing to start. Learn, explore, reach out, build something small. Talk about what you are learning. That is how you get into fintech. You don't wait for someone to open the door. You start knocking loudly and with purpose. If this video gave you clarity or a next step, go ahead and like it. Leave a comment and subscribe. I would love to know what part of the fintech space you are most curious about right now. My name is Alec. This is 360 Careers, helping you grow, show up, and get hired. Let's go.